Right now, we're on verdict watch in the George Zimmerman murder trial. As jurors deliberate Zimmerman's fate, crowds have gathered outside the courthouse to show their support.
Justice for George Zimmerman.
And to witness history.
We were just in the area, so we said, let's go over and see what's going on.
The 6 women on that jury have been deliberating now for about 11 and a half hours, and that's officially longer than deliberations in the Casey Anthony trial.
Jurors returned this morning at 9 a.m. and they have stopped just twice, once for a lunch break and again just a moment ago for a question about the charge of manslaughter. Right now, the court is in a 30-minute recess. Eyewitness News has a team of reporters both inside the courtroom and outside with people who have gathered there. Channel 9's Kathy Bellich has been covering this trial from day one and has the latest on deliberations.
Thank you very much. You are excused.
The 6 jurors, 5 of them mothers, listened to 17-year-old Trayvon Martin's mother and later his accused murderer, George Zimmerman's mother, tell them it was her son who made those chilling screams for help.
So you think he's yelling help? Yes. What is your
Trayvon Benjamin Martin.
My son, George.
They've listened to the testimony of 56 witnesses and are considering 250 items of evidence, including Zimmerman's reenactment for Sanford police at the scene the day after the shooting, and the security video of Martin at the 7-Eleven where he bought the Skittles and cold drink. WFTV legal analyst Bill Schaefer expects that the jurors have dissected those recordings back in the jury room.
They're reviewing 3 weeks of testimony. They're going to make sure when they render the verdict, it's the correct verdict.
The jury was charged with the responsibility to decide beyond every reasonable doubt whether Zimmerman's derogatory words that night during his police call about criminals who had struck in his neighborhood in the past led him to shoot Martin out of hatred, spite, or ill will, assuming he was one of those criminals. That would be second-degree murder. The judge said they could also decide beyond doubt that Zimmerman had a reckless disregard for Martin's life, even if he didn't intend to kill Martin. That would be manslaughter. Either charge could send the neighborhood watchman who pulled out his gun to prison for the rest of his life.
But the jury could also conclude, after getting inside Zimmerman's head that night, that he believed he had no other way to save himself than to fire his handgun. After the verdict is in, the judge will decide how long to keep the jurors' names confidential. At the Seminole County Courthouse in our mobile studio, Kathy Bellich, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
And we continue our live team coverage now with Channel 9 anchor Greg Warmoth and our legal analyst Bill Schaefer. And Greg and Bill, it sounds as if the jury may have discounted self-defense at this point, but may not be able to justify that second-degree murder charge.
Yeah, there's an interesting dynamic happening here, Bob, regarding that manslaughter charge. Bill has said all along, if it's not guilty on second-degree murder, it also is not guilty on manslaughter, but clearly they aren't clear on that.
This has to be very worrisome to the defense. Why? Because O'Mara said to the jurors, look, you don't have to consider whether the state proved second-degree murder or manslaughter. What you need to determine out of the box is, was George Zimmerman justified in using deadly force? And by the way, if there's any doubt in your mind, the jury instruction says you must acquit George Zimmerman. So certainly the jury didn't follow the script that O'Mara set out for them. This indicates that they're having problems with manslaughter, and they have, as you have said, Bob, I think that they put aside the second-degree murder. Now it's either manslaughter or not guilty.
Again, we have no idea what's happening in that jury room, but again, as a defense attorney, as the state, how anxious are you right now? Oh,
let me tell you something. You are just very, very worried. Why, Greg? You can't talk to these jurors again. And by the way, this break is for these lawyers to decide how this question is going to be answered, and it may not be answered.
Okay, when they come back into courtroom 5D, we'll bring you full coverage, and Bill will explain what's happening. But again, an interesting twist late in the day here at the Seminole County Criminal Justice Center. Back to you guys.
Thank you, gentlemen. And once the jury does reach a verdict, they'll have to fill out this special form, the one you see on your screen. They'll check one of the boxes, guilty of second-degree murder, guilty of manslaughter, or not guilty. They'll sign it, and at the bottom it reads, "So say we all."